Good evening and happy 4th of July. I'm trying to start a video. You might hear a firecracker, M80 in the background because it is 4th of July. I am Glaze Gibbs, and what I'm seeking to do is start a series for the month of July, the Beyond Lucky, the Glaze Gibbs story, crack, money, murder, and redemption. This is the book right here, and anybody that's interested in the book, what you can do is you can DM me on my Instagram, Glaze Gibbs, or what you can do is email me BrianGlazeGibbs1201@yahoo.com, and that will be for you to order your signed copy of this particular book. What I like to do is probably start something more or less like a book club, you know, an open line of communication. Those of you that order the book or have the book already, you know, start a chat, like any question that you want answered to. You know what, it's like express myself as open-hearted and free as possible, getting you understand, like, you know, how in the hell did, you know, a guy like myself grew up, you know, basically right now with my mother and my pops, you know what I'm saying, my step pop, but he was there more than my biological pop. I love him, just lost him, you know, a few months ago. It still hurts, still dealing with the loss. But it's like you grow up in a good family, but yet and still you grow up in a neighborhood. Okay, anywhere you at is what you make it. You know, Brooklyn, New York, Cypress Hill projects, during that period of time, yes, the crime rate was high. You know, at one point in time, the 75th precinct was the #1 murder capital of the city of New York City. But still, like, I was taught right from wrong. Went to church. My mother had us going to church each and every Sunday. I was baptized. Like I said right now, I was on a usher board, a choir, you name it, I did it. Attended Sunday school. So how did an individual like myself went astray? The answer to that, you know what? When you grow up in New York City, guess what? Light, camera, action. Broadway isn't in New York City for no particular reason. Everybody is is what you call an actor or actress, and back then that's what I was doing. I was acting. The terminology we used to use as kids, fronting. I can remember my man, you know, Flair used to always tell me, man, like, you know, Flair used to always have that saying, you know, telling people stop fronting. You know, right now, yeah, boom boom. Somebody shooting at us, so we used to run away from that. But anyway, like I was saying about my man Flair used to always talk about fronting and stop fronting. And you know what, everybody responds, even my response back then, you know what, I'm not fronting, this is who I am. You know, everybody say stop fronting because there's no future in fronting. But it got people that far. So what happened is, by me acting, by me pretending, I became this character. I became Glaze. I became, you know, like a person with a hell of a reputation. I'm not bragging about what I did. I am embarrassed because, once again, especially when you know right from wrong, it took me to lose my mother. You know what I'm saying? When I was away and I lost my mother, I was able to see, like, the pain, the suffering that I put the victim and the victim family through. And even right now, with that type of pain, you wouldn't wish upon your worst enemy. I don't care what anybody say. It took the death of my mother to help me to realize my action, my behavior. I was playing Grand Theft Auto live, but I didn't have no reset button like these kids do today. I was doing it live. Even right now, guys, listen, the street life is overrated. The street life is not about anything. You know what? Later, for looking at these rappers' videos, and you see these guys in there, you know, right now is sporting the fancy cars, neck full of jewelry, they got all the beautiful girls in there, got a big home. That's all a front. That's all pretend. Later for that nonsense. So you go out there and you want to pretend, you want to get into the drug game, or you want to get into the stick-up game. Only thing that lead to is a fast death, you know what I'm saying, in a life sentence. Later for that. It's nothing cool about that. So what I'm trying to say is right now is my story, Beyond Lucky, the Brian Gibbs story, crack, murder, money, and redemption, is about, you know what I'm saying, change. It's about redemption. It is my ministry. How do I use this story to help anybody that's out there that's on that negative and wrong course. How do I get them to turn it all the way around? That's what my life story is all about. It's not about bragging. It's not about boosting. It's all about change. It's all about remorse. It's all about redemption. If I can change, anybody can change. Listen, for those of you that want the copy, email me, Brian Gibbs 1201@yahoo.com, or follow me on Brian Glaze Gibbs IG. Like anything you want to do, order the book. You got a question, or even right now is, guess what? You can order Straight from the Street Volume 1 or Straight from the Street Volume 2, the audio book. Anything that you want to know about me, about my life, it's an open book. So to me, like right now is, you got any young guys or girls that's out there that's, you know, confused as far as like the direction that they're going, have them, you know what I'm saying, get the book for them, have them pick up the book, have them get them to understand. Or you know, give me a call. You know, I am an open book. If I can change, anybody can change. Brian Glaze Gibbs, one love. Happy 4th of July. Be safe.